Hey, have you ever wondered what your bones are doing right now? They're holding you up, helping you move, and literally keeping everything together. But what are you doing for them? Here's a bold challenge for you. Let's make osteoporosis and arthritis ancient words from a bygone era. So let's dive into the world of the 10 best vitamins for stronger bones and joints. We'll be revealing the number one most overlooked vitamin that could literally be a game changer for your bone health. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. So are you ready to fortify your frame, rejuvenate your joints, and power up your posture? Let's jump right in. Number one, vitamin D. Imagine a hidden superhero that's crucial to your bone health. It performs the vital function of helping your body absorb calcium and regulate bone turnover. Who is this masked marvel? None other than vitamin D. Now, getting our hands on this vitamin can be a bit tricky. A select few foods, such as fatty fish, fortified dairy products, and cereals provide it. But our bodies typically top up their vitamin D reserves through good old sunshine. But what if I can't get out and soak up the sun, you ask? That's a real concern. In winters, or for those who are mostly indoors, sunlight becomes a scarce resource. And if you're living far north or south of the equator, the sun might play hard to get for up to 2 to 5 months a year. This can leave your body scrambling for vitamin D. Scientific studies back this up. A research study involving 400 older adults revealed that people with osteoporosis were more likely to be vitamin D deficient. Intriguingly, among those deficient in vitamin D, the ones who took a vitamin D supplement daily showed a lower incidence of osteoporosis over an 8-week period. At this point, you're probably wondering, how much vitamin D is enough? For children and adults between 1 and 70 years, the reference daily intake is 600 IU, while it's 800 IU for pregnant or breastfeeding adults and those aged 71 years or older. With a staggering 50% of the global population estimated to have low levels of vitamin D, it might be wise to consult with your healthcare provider if you're worried about maintaining adequate vitamin D levels throughout the year. After all, your bones deserve a superhero. Number two, magnesium. Picture this: a multitasking marvel hard at work within your body, involved in over 300 different reactions. Meet magnesium, the unsung hero of your body's functions, playing a crucial role in your bone health. In fact, about 60% of this wonder mineral is found cozily ensconced in your bone tissue. For all the fantastic feats it accomplishes, how much magnesium does your body need? If you're between 19 and 30 years old, the reference daily intake is about 310 to 320 milligrams per day. Beyond 31 years of age, you're looking at 400 to 420 milligrams per day. And if you're expecting a little one or nursing, your magnesium needs get a slight boost. A study involving 51 postmenopausal women unveiled that a whopping 40% of those with osteoporosis or low bone density had meager levels of circulating magnesium. It doesn't stop there. Several other studies have discovered that adults who consume higher amounts of magnesium, either through diet or supplements, enjoy better bone mass density than those who consume less. However, before we anoint magnesium as the ultimate bone health champion, it's important to note that the research is mixed about whether increased magnesium intake leads to a lower risk of bone fractures. So while it's linked to bone density benefits, we're still awaiting more clarity on whether it helps stave off fractures. Number three, calcium. Picture this: your body as a bustling metropolis and calcium as the steel that underpins its skyscrapers. Essentially, calcium is a core component of bone tissue, providing the very foundation for bone strength and structure. In fact, nearly 99% of your body's calcium is stored right there in your skeleton. Isn't that something? The reference daily intake for calcium swings between 700 to 1200 milligrams per day, with a demand spike during certain life stages. Think childhood and adolescence, pregnancy and lactation, women over 50, and all adults knocking on the door of 70. While it's clear that sufficient calcium intake throughout your life is a cornerstone of bone health, the jury is still out on the potential benefits of calcium supplements for osteoporosis prevention and management. The research has been somewhat of a seesaw ride. For instance, one review involving 8 studies found that taking calcium supplements combined with vitamin D led to a 15 to 30% reduction in fracture risk in middle-aged and older adults. However, a flip side of the coin is another review involving 33 studies that found calcium supplements, either solo or in partnership with vitamin D, did not lead to a reduced risk of fractures in older adults living at home. What's the takeaway? While calcium supplements could be suitable for folks at an increased risk of deficiency, currently, we don't have enough solid evidence to recommend calcium supplements for preventing or managing osteoporosis in the general population. So for now, stay informed, stay active, and keep the conversation with your healthcare provider going. We're all in this journey towards better bone health together. Number 4, boron. Picture yourself in a bustling city where every small part works harmoniously to create a vibrant, functioning whole. Now, imagine your bones as this city, and boron, a trace element, as a critical coordinator ensuring everything runs smoothly. Boron plays an absolutely vital role in bone growth and maintenance, skillfully overseeing the use of essential nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Like the unsung hero of a metropolis, boron doesn't have an established reference daily intake. However, current research whispers that around 1 to 3 milligrams of boron per day might give your bone health a beneficial boost. Want to know something exciting? An older study discovered that when postmenopausal women took 3 milligrams of boron per day, they significantly reduced calcium and magnesium excretion through the kidneys. Dried plums enter the picture as one of boron's best buddies, being one of the prime dietary sources of this trace element. A study involving 48 postmenopausal women with low bone density showcased the power of dried plums. When these women consumed 50 to 100 grams of dried plums daily, their bone density improved significantly over 6 months. Though the exact mechanism remains a mystery, it's suspected that boron tucked away in these dried fruits may be partially responsible for their bone-enhancing benefits. You might not find boron lounging around in your regular multivitamin supplements. So what's the plan? It's simple. Invite boron-rich foods to your meals. Start reaching for prunes, raisins, and dried apricots. Your bones will thank you. Number 5, vitamin K. Imagine if your bones had a secret guardian, a vigilant protector working behind the scenes to ensure their strength and prevent breakdown. Well, good news. They do. And it's called vitamin K. Low levels of this vitamin can transform into your bone's worst nightmare, escalating the risk of fractures and plummeting bone density. Here's where things get a bit tricky. Unlike other nutrients, there's no universally agreed upon reference daily intake for vitamin K. However, experts have established an adequate intake level for adults over 18. For women, it's about 90 micrograms per day, and for men, it nudges a bit higher at 120 micrograms per day. Research seems to echo the notion that having enough vitamin K could help maintain your bone density and potentially ward off fractures. But the jury's still out on whether vitamin K supplements can indeed don the cape of a bone health savior. Considering the need for more research to definitively state the role of vitamin K supplements in preventing osteoporosis and related fractures, it's probably a good idea to keep your plate loaded with foods rich in vitamin K. Time to say hello to leafy greens, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. One important word of caution before you embark on your vitamin K journey. This nutrient has a bit of a reputation for interfering with certain medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin. So it's crucial to have a chat with your healthcare provider before you consider taking vitamin K supplements. Your bone health journey should be a smooth ride, and keeping your healthcare provider in the loop is the first step. Number 6, soy isoflavones. Imagine a team of special agents within your body, stealthily mimicking the structure of the hormone estrogen. Meet isoflavones, a group of antioxidants often dubbed as phytoestrogens. These undercover allies can latch onto and activate estrogen receptors in your body, somewhat like a skeleton key. Menopause brings with it a tide of changes, one of which is a decline in estrogen levels. This drop can disrupt the balance in your bone ecosystem, causing bone to break down faster than it can be formed. This imbalance can then nudge you towards an increased risk of osteoporosis. Enter soy isoflavones, our heroes from the plant kingdom. Research suggests they might be just the backup your body needs to fight off calcium loss from the bone and slow down the rate of bone turnover. Consider this: A review of 19 studies involving postmenopausal women found that incorporating soy isoflavones via supplements significantly bolstered bone mineral density by a remarkable 54% and scaled back bone resorption marker by 23% compared to their initial values. Another review, this one sweeping across 52 studies, found significant improvements in bone density with the introduction of soy isoflavone supplements, especially in studies that lasted for at least a year. While these findings sound promising, we should keep in mind the considerable variability in dosage and supplement form used across these studies. Thus, the suggested dosage is a little wide. Based on the current research, consuming 40 to 110 milligrams of soy isoflavones per day for at least a year might be your secret weapon in the fight against bone loss and osteoporosis. Number 7. Zinc. Let's start our roll call with the letter Z. Yes, that's zinc, the versatile player that quietly yet efficiently contributes to bone growth. Fascinatingly, higher zinc levels have been found to be good friends with higher bone density scores. On the flip side, low zinc levels have an unfortunate friendship with osteoporosis and low bone density, particularly in women. There's more to zinc than meets the eye, wouldn't you agree? Number 8. Selenium. Then we have selenium, the unseen guardian of our bones. Observational studies have given us a glimpse into an intriguing correlation between higher selenium intake and benefits in terms of bone density and a decreased risk of osteoporosis. But as with all good tales, there's a twist. We're still awaiting more conclusive research on selenium supplements' effectiveness. So the story of selenium continues to unfold. Number 9, copper, an interesting albeit ambiguous character in this narrative. One particular study has drawn a connection between lower copper levels and lower bone density measurements. However, the research on copper's role in osteoporosis prevention and management remains as elusive as a treasure hunt, the treasure being consistent research findings. Number 10, manganese. It often gets overshadowed. It may not grab the headlines like calcium or vitamin D, but observational studies have linked it with benefits for bone density. But again, as with many of our mineral heroes, more research is needed to fully understand the part manganese supplements play in our bone health saga. And hey, don't just sprint away yet. We're curious to hear your thoughts. Have you been supplementing your diet with any of these power-packed nutrients? Do you have a bone-boosting tip that the world should know about? Or maybe you've got a burning question about vitamins and bone health? Well, our comment section is wide open, just waiting for you to chime in. Remember, the road to stronger bones and joints is a journey we're all on together, so let's make it a conversation. Drop a line in the comments below, and let's keep this dialogue rolling. Until next time, keep nourishing your body, keep exploring, and remember, your bones are counting on you. See you in the next video.